field though, cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shop it. Can't trust him cause he not my cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Browns, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Oh, it's Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Watson being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A give running right is Chubb. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. First carry now. This is Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Well, they went back to it, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt they'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Pickett back to throw.
Johnson's got it complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Presley Harvin now.
Taken in at the 22.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
On first down, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Samson Ebukam. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Watson now to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing again on second down. Pickett, and his throw's going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On third down, here's Harris. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of just 3 in the offense, likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over first and 10. Watson on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Pickett backed up into his end zone here. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
Taken from just outside the 30. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Going up top. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it, but he sure made it look easy there.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Chubb going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Watson. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the air. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now Cade York for the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Pickett sets up play action. And he's taken down. This will be a ground sack. They overload that time with a safety blitz, and it ends up being dropped for a loss of 7. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Fielded at the 33. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The problem is a former defensive back. I'm not almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. Room here to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They hand this off to Harris. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it
4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This is Harris on the draw, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far, and he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Pickett now on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett going deep here for Landry. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back in the 40. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. On first down, it's Watson. He finds his man complete. It's Stevens. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Watson. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
York on now for the extra point.
And the lead is now an even 30.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And some room to maneuver.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Dancing to his left.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Pickett to his tight end, Freiermuth, for the Steeler first.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Pickett now from the gun here.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Steelers get a bit closer.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Browns drive about to get started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's got room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
On 2nd down at 4, Pickett. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The pressure from multiple guys there as they buried him for a big 9-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. There'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. The Steelers send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Watson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They run the option on 2nd down. Dances by him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Pickett looking to throw on second down.
And his throw here is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Steelers on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. They'll toss to Harris. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th.
I'm not quite sure they got the spark that they wanted on third down. In fact, I think they gave that spark to their opponent instead, because that big stop has galvanized the sideline, and it starts their offense out with some momentum.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Stevens. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And some room to run now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league.
Pickett lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll go down at the 28. 60 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run it again with Chubb. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. York now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Pickett to throw on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Pickett. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off play action. Pickett. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. Jacob Phillips in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now Chubb running right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Cleveland, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.